Howdy y'all, Fast Forward 289, welcome back. And in this video, we're gonna be working on my 1977 Ford truck. And we're gonna be upgrading the mirrors from these small ones you can see here behind me a little bit to a regular, I guess you would say, more truck style mirror. These are too small for me, so we're gonna change them out for what I have on my 1976, if you've ever seen them before. So let's jump into it and take a look at what we got. All right, so we're sitting in the truck. You can see this is kind of how my view looks when I'm sitting inside the truck here. And when you look in, you see these mirrors are very low to the door, and they're very weird. They're not very big. You can't really see, and it always get this one. It's loose, so it always gets out of adjustment. But see, you just can't really see that much behind you, and it's just very weird. I don't like it. It's not my style, so we're gonna upgrade it to something better. Okay, so this is what we got. This is what we're gonna be installing here. So this is a stock style mirror that came on some of these trucks. You can tell because it's got that like flat portion and it rounds off and flat, because the aftermarket ones you buy like O'Reilly's or AutoZone or whatever, they're just kind of round and smaller. So this is a stock replacement, original OV style. I got this from LMC truck. I want to say it was 50 bucks per mirror, so $100 for both sides. Not that bad really. And it also comes with all the mounting hardware. They give you instructions on how to do it. They give you new gaskets, new bolts, and new nuts as well to install it. So if you don't have these mirrors, you can install them. Or if you already have these kind of mirrors on your truck, you can upgrade them, and you can also put new nuts in if you want to. If yours are messed up, you can cut your originals out or drill them out and then put these in. So that's all there is to it. They're swing lock mirrors. You know, they're adjustable. They got the seal around it, and they're a real nice unit. It's the same thing I got on my 76 Ford truck. I bought the exact same ones for it when I first bought that truck and did it, and now we're gonna do it to this one. So, all right, so first things first, we gotta remove these old mirrors. I already moved the one on the passenger side, so we're just gonna remove this one. I don't think these are original screws. I want to say Ford always used Phillips head. These are flat head, but I don't know what they used on these style mirrors, but I'm pretty sure they were probably Phillips, but it don't matter. We're gonna remove them either way. So we'll pull these out, and you may run into a problem like I had on the other side where, say, they just keep spinning. And so what I did for that is, you may have to take your door panel off and go from the inside, but what I did is I just kind of pulled on it a little bit, kind of moved it back and forth a little bit, pulled on the mirror, put some pressure against it, and then they came on out. And you may have to work at it for a minute and just keep going until they come out. So once you got the mirror off, you're gonna want to, I like to clean this, and yes, in case you're wondering, yes, there will be holes. These holes will be here, because the new mirrors are going to mount up here. So the way I'm going to do it, it'll kind of hide this hole a little bit, but you will still see that one. It's not a big deal to me. If that's a big deal to you, you might want to reconsider your options. Maybe go to a body shop, or if you know how to do it, fill it with some Bondo and do some painting. But for me on this truck, the paint's not perfect. It's got a little bit of rust. It goes with the rest of the truck, in my opinion. It's fine, and I get to upgrade my mirrors. So not a big deal for me. So what I like to do is clean this. I'll take some windshield wash or a window cleaner and just spray it down. Take a rag and clean it. And also you want to clean down here on this part of the door as well. Okay, next, after you got this clean, this is why we're cleaning it. For one, I don't like dirt underneath my stuff. Okay, but two, got to use some tape. The tape is to help keep the paint from chipping. And even though the paint on this truck is not perfect, I don't want to use my automatic center punch and punch this or drill it and then have a big old chunk of paint chip off. Then it don't look good. So we're going to keep it as clean as possible, keep it looking good. You want to take some tape and you want to put it in the location where you're going to be drilling your holes. Now, I know from past experience that I'm going to be drilling the holes up here and then down here. So I just take my tape. It's wide enough. I know it's wide enough for the holes I'll be drilling. I'm just going to put it in the area where I know I'll be drilling, and then we'll mark the exact location where it's going to be after we get it taped up. Let's take this and put up here. That'll be about the area where we're going to be, is right in here. And then the same for down here. All right. Okay, so we got all our stuff laid out here. These are the bolts that we'll be needing. Here's the gaskets for the seals, and then our nut inserts to bolt the mirror to in the door. Here's the instructions. As you can see here, they say the mirror should be on the upper edge of the mounting bracket. Locate the mirror assembly pivot point, which I'll show you, at the center of the vent window division bar. Use the upper mounting plate as a guide for marking the upper mounting hole locations, with the upper mounting holes marked drilled with 11/32 drill bit. So this just tells you how to do it and also shows you how to set up the nut, and I'll show you all this whenever we get ready to install it. Okay, it's kind of hard to see with the camera angle I got, but basically what the instructions are telling you to do is this pivot point, this is your pivot point. You want this centered with this dividing bar right here. But I'm actually gonna put mine back just a little bit further, and I'll show you why on the other side, because I got a hole here and I'm trying to kind of hide that hole for now. It's not gonna make a big difference. I'm only moving back about 1/8 of an inch. But when you do that, I recommend getting a Sharpie. You wanna get your Sharpie, and I would mark on the sides of where it goes, and then also mark your center marks like this, and then you'll know where to drill it. Okay, and on this side here, you can see what I was talking about, that big hole. So by moving that mirror back just a touch more than what it actually says to in the instructions, it just hides that hole just a little bit. Because where I put it, if I put it where they say to, it's more prominent. And if I move it back that just a little bit, it covers it up pretty good where it you can't see it as much. So that's why I'm doing that. All right, after you mark your holes, I like to take a tape measure and just go from the top of the body line here and just see what you have to see if it's even. I got about 9/16 of an inch down, so I know they're even, so we're good to go. Also, you'll notice I didn't mark the bottom yet. I'm gonna go ahead and get the top ones installed and install the mirror, and then I can put the mirror in place and mark it, then pull the mirror back off, drill it, and install the nuts. So we're gonna, after you mark your holes, take your automatic center punch. And you want to center the hole, punch it. Also, make sure you roll your window up so you don't bust it when your drill bit goes through. Also, the instructions call for 11/32 drill bit, but I like to start with a smaller one as a pilot bit. Take your time drilling it, go slow. All right, so how you install these insert nuts, nut inserts. You got this bolt, you put that nut on there that they provide you in the kit, star washer. You thread this all the way down on the bolt. And then you insert it in the hole. I'll show you how to tighten it down. Okay, once you got that threaded down, you just slip it in the hole there. You use a 7/16 and a 1/2 inch wrench. You hold the nut and tighten the bolt down, making sure to keep the insert nut flat to the metal. You don't want it cocked in there. All right, once you tighten it up, you'll feel it get real tight. You don't need to over tighten it. Just snug it up and then pull your nut out. Now you'll take a gasket, install over them. Put the mirror on, then you can mark the bottom holes. All right, once you got the top mounted, you can get this in place. You see how this line in the door right here, you want to line up at the bottom of this. So if you have to, you can push up on it a little bit to line it up. Just make sure that the top edge here is even. And then that should be even. And just mark your lines and get ready to drill it. Do the same process as the top. All right, and there's the finished product. We got it all bolted in. Everything looks good. Make sure these are tight, because I got one. This one here was loose, had to tighten it up. But other than that, we're good to go. Adjust it to your liking, and that's it. All right, and we are done. Got both sides done. Like I say, it looks a whole lot better. Now it looks more like a truck. One final touch we got to put on there to make it complete. Some of these blind spot mirrors. All right, first step is to clean the mirror. Use some glass cleaner. Now we'll just peel the sticky back off. All right, now here's a look at the mirrors installed out in the daylight. You can get a really good look at them now. We'll go inside the truck and take a look at how they look sitting inside the truck. All right, so from my point of view, you can see we look over, look at there. That's a beautiful view in the mirror too. But now we can see real good. I got these blind spot mirrors, so I can see down here, like when you're trying to back up, helps a lot. Stuff like that, and changing lanes helps a lot. And the same thing for over here. Got a nice big mirror now. You can see out real good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Looks good. All right, guys, we're done. Looks good. These mirrors make a big difference. I really like how they turned out. You want to do this to your truck, it's an easy upgrade or install. If you don't have these mirrors, it's easy to install. As you've seen, all you get is put those insert nuts in. They're simple. And if you already have them, you just want to upgrade them, make them look new again. They got a good product. I like their finish. Like I said, I have them on my 76 for the past 5 years. And now I got them on here, and I couldn't be happier with them. So yeah, especially with the blind spot mirrors, really helps out. That's a nice little feature. I picked them up from O'Reilly's. But yeah, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And as always, thank y'all for watching. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.